Podcast.
Hey, what's up? My name is Olympus Mons. I'm with the Above Limits Podcast, the host of the Above Limits Podcast. The Super Bowl was yesterday, and the halftime performance by Maroon 5, a lot of people were like, oh, it was terrible, it's the worst, or whatever. I mean, people just cannot be pleased, and I think people think their opinions matter so goddamn much that they can't just have a good time and enjoy just simple fun, like good wholesome fun, by seeing Maroon 5, who are obviously great studio musicians and put on a pretty good performance. Not only that, Travis Barker, and I don't really know why Travis Scott, I don't know why they had Big Boy from Outkast on there playing an old song. But I guess it was because he's from Atlanta, and that's where the Super Bowl was. So there was a controversy, and I've actually like tried to look up videos on YouTube, and I couldn't really find any. So that may mean that it's not like a big deal. People aren't really looking into it. But I did see it on Yahoo News, and I think it was on people's Facebook where they were having like some type of controversy that Adam Levine was able to take his shirt off, and people were so offended, and they were like, oh, that's not cool. I'm like, okay, I think this whole controversy is a troll, but there are people out there that are so stupid. The person that perpetrated the troll is a mastermind, and when he unleashed it, there was like people he knew, whoever that was, that there'd be dumb people that would actually want to agree with this and spread this as like some type of, like that's the society that we're beginning to get into, is where like a troll gains fuel, and people are like, Janet Jackson lost her career because of an accidental nipple slip, which it wasn't accidental, it was planned, it was gross, and it was retarded. Where they're like, she lost her career, but this guy, he's able to take his shirt off and he didn't lose his career. I mean, dude, like Adam Levine looked good up there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he obviously works out. He's a performer. One would say he's a rock star in some point. I mean, he's not playing rock music, but he's a musician that is living the dream, rich, females love him. I mean, they adore him. I mean, for people to if we have to explain what the difference between Janet Jackson and Adam Levine, like what a woman's bare chest and a man's bare chest, why there's a difference. Like, we're losing as a society, and this is the example of where we're headed, and where we're headed if Trump doesn't get reelected and we get a person like Ocasio-Cortez, people that follow people like Ocasio-Cortez. This is where we're headed as a society, where everybody thinks it's like, oh, we should be accepting, and women either men should have their shirts on too at the beach, or just everybody should just, if it's a hot day, women should just be out with their tits out. I mean, if we, like, life is not about tits, it's about the good wholesome fun, and that's what the people that say that Maroon 5 was terrible just can't handle. They can't handle good wholesome fun. Where it's not about tits, it's about music. You're there with your family, having barbecue, eating, watching a American sports game. It's not about debauchery, and this is where we're headed. Like, yeah, I guess there shouldn't be a problem with women being bare-breasted, you know what I'm saying? But like some women don't have very nice breasts, and they wouldn't want them to be exposed, you know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, wouldn't want them exposed, and they, like, other men might, or people might see that and be like, look at them things, you know, and them flapjacks or whatever derogatory thing you want to say. And then there's someone with like really nice breasts, and people are turned on by it. And no matter if you're a gentleman or whatever, you're turned on because it's natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we need to explain these things for real? You know what I mean? It's so ridiculous. I mean, this is where we're headed to. It reminds me of, like, there was an old Nickelodeon show called You Can't Do That on Television, and it's basically like the introduction to the opposites. It's like everything that used to be normal is like backwards. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, women should just have their tits out, you know what I mean? Or, you know, whatever. So this is Olympus Moms with the Above Limits podcast. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you've made it this far, and continue to watch my work.